right, it's celebration time, everybody. Woo! Yeah! Ho ho! That's right. Analogue has done it again. Analogue wins. Ho ho ha ha ha! That's right, folks. Today, as you all know, if you know, I need to let you guys know. How does that sound? That's right, folks. Analogue once again has listened to the public, and they have brought forth the most powerful of all handhelds. This handheld right here has a very large screen and is amazing. Why is it amazing? Well, you're about to find out. Once again, they are releasing the Analogue Pocket. That's right. They're bringing it back out. I'm not lying. It comes out tomorrow. Prepare yourselves for this live action event here, everybody. It is celebration time for all of us here. There's a lot of people that did not know about Analogue. If you ask anyone, they will tell you they have no idea what Analogue is. But they're starting to get the word out now. As you can see, this Analogue Pocket is one of the best systems ever made. Analogue Pocket, what can it do? Oh, it can do. Check this stuff out. So, they're coming back out with the black and the white ones, okay? And they might even do a collab down the road for another edition of these as some sort of special thing. Now, what makes these so special compared to the chromatic made by Lucky Palmer? What is the difference here? Well, I'll tell you the difference. First off, these things can play everything. Oh man, I am not kidding you when I tell you this. So, this Analogue Pocket here, okay, let's just take a look. It can play, as you can see down here, get ready, grab a hold of something. We're highlighting it for you. Take a look at that. Grab a hold of that. Shove that deep and hard because it's ready. Now, they also took it a step further. Okay? Oh yeah, they did. They took it a step further. So, it can play Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, Game Boy Advanced games. Well, you're already beating Lucky Palmer now. Holy moly. That's right. Oh, man. And it also works with cartridge adapters, which we're about to go over here in a minute. So the cartridge adapters, okay, right there. Fine print. Remember what I'm saying here, people. This is badass. There is no other words for this. So, it can play Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, and Atari Lynx. I'm not kidding you. Completely engineered in two of the most baddest stuff with no emulation. This, my friends, is the ultimate handheld device. Oh, I'm not kidding. And these are going to come pre-updated, so you probably don't even have to bother updating it. Check out the side of this thing. Isn't that just badass? I mean, just look at this. Who thought of this? It's thin, lightweight, strong. The ones that I wanted was the metal body. I know that we're going to be doing an unboxing on this, just so you know. Okay, so as you can see, there is some buttons here and then your other buttons there. If I could get some that say A, B, C, D right here, that'd be great. The Analogue Pocket. Now that's not all that it can play. They've done more. Yeah, they took it a step further. You can play your TurboGrafx games on this. So this does not show it right here. Okay, so it might say here, but I can show you here in a second. So as you can see, Analogue Pocket has a whole bunch of stuff to go over. So right here, TurboGrafx 16. Okay, pretty cool. So this almost makes me want to start jumping up and down because this is badass. Okay. Okay, so first off, say you want to play an old TurboGrafx 16 game, or you want to show something to a friend, like, hey, check this out. Or say you're bored and you're going to whip it out. You know? Yeah. Say you're going on a trip. Just, you know, I really want to buy like several of these, but I'm going to have to hold off. I can only buy one at a time right now, and I think you're limited to 2 per order anyways. So, yes. So here it is showing you that it can play your Sega games, okay? Plays Game Boy games, plays all of it. And that's no lie, folks. Most advanced display in handheld gaming. That's right. They're pushing that 4K kind of stuff, man. 10 times the resolution of the original Game Boy. Yeah, we can hardly believe it either. Yeah, I can hardly believe it. And the display is made from Gorilla Glass, baby. Yeah. Now, the Pocket is one of the most things that everybody has sought after. The worst part about it is they came out with it and then they didn't come back out with it again. They came out with their other models, which I will show you in a minute. So, obviously you can see here. Now, you can change the way the screens look. So, obviously, this is your Game Boy right here. And so you can change the color to like black and white to different types of color schemes. But Game Boy really just kind of sucked. I just hate to say it. Yeah, we were all playing it because we were kids. Right here is TurboGrafx. I know this game right here when I see it. That is the Alien game or whatever. And then this right here is Metroid. Super Metroid. This is, let me see here. Probably Zero, but it could be the other Metroid. So this basically makes Game Boy games usable again. Okay? I have zero use for my Game Boy games. Zero. Oh, with this, oh, man, you have no idea what you can do. Original Game Boy, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. It's lit up. You don't have to worry about a stupid light like you did with the Game Boy. Look at this. Look at the... Oh, my God. I got to change my pants, everybody. This is the bomb diggity. Okay, so you can play all of your classic favorite games on here. This makes owning the Pocket worth it. Every bit, every 100% bit that this makes it worth it. Okay, so it's true. Who wants to play like Game Boy games, right? Well, it can do other stuff too. And you don't have to play in just black and white. You can change the way it looks and stuff. And that's the whole point, you know. It does everything. Original display modes to each system. You can explore portable gaming history with no compromise. So, because the Pocket came out and the Pocket wasn't really available, it would sell out right away. Everybody's like, we didn't get one. I didn't get one. I wanted one. And they're over $1,000-something on eBay. Holy Christ, everybody. I said, I am not paying $800 to $1,000 for this. I mean, I know it's worth it in many minds, but here we go, right here. Check this out. So, this is the adapter pack, and they need to come back out with that. The Game Gear one right now is available. The Game Gear one, okay, that's available right now. But most people don't know, but the TurboGrafx is one of the most baddest ass little handhelds you could ever have. So if you have a TurboGrafx 16 game, the cool thing about TurboGrafx 16, are you ready? The games that you played with the console, you just stick them in the TurboGrafx Express and you put it in this. I mean, literally the games for the Duo you could play on here. I mean, oh my God, you have to be kidding me. I am freaking out. So when I was a kid, I had the Game Boy. My dad had a Game Boy. I remember we were playing baseball it was like school. We were at school and they're doing baseball. And so I'm nowhere near playing right now. And one of the kids walks over and he's got a Game Gear in color with a lit up screen. And I said, "You're out of your mind." And I wanted a Game Gear because of that. I was like, dude, it's got color. But the problem is I couldn't play Pokemon you couldn't play, well, they didn't have Pokemon just yet, but they had, you couldn't play Mario or any of those other games. Game Gear was kind of limited. They just didn't have, the problem is the cartridges you couldn't stick into here. You had to buy separate games known as Game Gear games. So, what kind of defeated that was I met this kid out at the park. We were at the park and I'm playing games and stuff and this and that, and he comes over and he's like, "Check this out." And he had the TurboGrafx Turbo Express handheld, and I'm like, dude, I own the TurboGrafx system. Where did you get that? I didn't even know they made that. Now see, I didn't always have time to watch commercials or TV. In my household, you were lucky to get TV time because the mom or dad, they want the TV. So, TurboGrafx 16 handheld, there was a kid down the street named Greg Amsler. He had the 16 handheld as well, and I'm just telling you right now, oh my God, it was awesome. So, you could take your TurboGrafx 16 games and just literally put them in what looks like a Game Boy and play games. Play your games. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Imagine what's going to happen now. So, this, in my words to you, I'm freaking out. Oh, yeah. So, the Atari Link ones for the Atari games, amazing. You can play all of those on here. And the Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Color, Neo Geo everything. The Neo Geo, most kids didn't have it because it was rare and expensive. But nonetheless, everybody, the dock is coming back. You're going to be able to get the black dock. It looks like this is like silver looking and this is black, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. But it's an easy way to charge it, and it fast charges it. And basically, the reason why I want to buy more than one of these is in case something happens to one of them, or it gets lost, gets stolen, or you can't buy another one. If they sell out again, I mean, dude, these things will sell out. Nobody has any idea. Actually, the fact that these can play all of that stuff on that screen, dude, oh my God. I mean, freaking out over here. Now, play Pocket on the big screen. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's amazing. So, the Analogue Dock is an amazing companion for your Pocket. With Dock, you can connect your Pocket. Are you guys listening to this? You guys listening to this? To your HD TV. Sync up any wireless 8-bit Bluetooth or 2.4 blah 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 controller directly to dock for wireless play up to 4 players. What? Brrr. That's right, folks. Analogue's done it again, and nobody, and I mean nobody, has got something this badass. So, I'm guessing that tomorrow, and for those of you who don't know, the dock is going to be available, both Pockets are available, and something else. You can thank Greg for this one. That's right. I bugged the hell out of them to bring the Pocket back. For the past year and a half or more, I have sent them messages about coming back out with the Pocket because I missed it. Oh, yeah. And I bugged them about the cartridge cleaners. And we have replies from them. So here's the dock. You can see it. It looks pretty cool. You have an HDMI port, USB charge, everything. So the dock fits right here. I just want you guys to know that if you guys don't see this or buy this, you might be completely retarded. I'm just saying. Here's the thing, okay? Picture this. You have your old Game Boy games, but maybe you don't want to play it handheld. And you're thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute. You know, if I could only play this on the TV, this would be awesome. The other cool thing about this is you could stream and record your old Game Boy games. Yeah, that's right. Oh boy. So the Pocket, once again, is coming out. And they're doing it. And look, the dock is going to be available. Now, so many people have complained about this, so it's really not just me bugging them on the Pocket, but I do have confirmation that I did bug them about the cartridge cleaners, and you will be getting able to buy the cartridge cleaners tomorrow. That's right. So this company here is turning out to be badass, and I hate to say it, they're doing a great job. I'm going to have to say, if you guys don't continue doing this, I'm going to have to come over there and kick some ass, because this is what we need in life. Okay, first off, Nintendo's fault. They want you to pay prescription. Yeah, that's what they want. A subscription to play your old games, and the worst part is they just take the games away. So, as you can see here, you have a Game Boy thing, you know, what is this? Analog isn't just for making games anymore, it's for making music. So the Pocket has a digital workstation built in called Nano Loop. It's a synthesizer and sequencer designed for music creation, live performance, shape, stretch, and morph sounds, capture music, or play and sculpt live. So the Pocket doesn't just play games. It also can do music. You could take music from your games. You could do all kinds of stuff. I'm just telling you right now. Now look at this. You can connect it to your laptop. Check this shit out. Isn't this badass? Okay? Look. You can make music and sound. You could do all kinds of stuff. So, say you're a streamer. Say you're a starting YouTube fan. You're starting out on YouTube and you want to make your own music and your own stuff. Well, folks. Analogue has you covered. No longer do you have to worry about copyrights. You got this. That's right. So, it has all this. See, this right here is like an old synthesizer keyboard thing. You can hook this up to your keyboard synthesizers that you buy. You can process and save the recordings. You can use this. You can do everything. It's unbelievable. So right here they're telling you, your bridge to musical creativity, bring Pocket into any music workflow. So they're kind of trying to tell you, hey, workflow, you can make your own stuff and use it for YouTube. All kinds of stuff you could use it for. Here are some of the adapters they have. So they come with, there's a whole bunch, like you get your base charge adapter, but I know you can buy other adapters, but their adapter might have a chip in it that's better and will make it sound better. So I would go with their stuff rather than buying from Amazon. So what I'm trying to tell you is don't go to Amazon and try to buy a cable like this. Okay? Because I have been gotten by Amazon 1,000,000 times over. I have gotten a printer cable that's for a printer, but it seems to only want to print half the page or doesn't compute properly and causes problems. I've had problems with their cables, all types. You just don't know what you're getting. Okay? Unless if you're buying a certified cable, which cost more, just so you know. So, these here, you have the MIDI USB-A cable, you have the Pocket to the in cable, you have the analog sync cable, and you have the link cable. All of that stuff Oh my God. And they also have a case available to buy, a special plastic case. Now, if these came in all different types of colors, you have me sold. It's like your bread box for your bread and butter up in there. Badass. Well done. So, the Pocket is awesome. As it tells you right here, there's your library of stuff. It saves all your stuff. There's a lot more to say. Explore and share. You know, catalog of the entire library of video game history. Search and explore through tons of stuff. Game by game, region by region, developer by developer. Okay. All of it. Right there. It's there. Memory, save states. You can save your game, and it'll tell you when, date, time, everything. Yes. You can pair your 8-bit do. You can pair any controller that 8-bit do pretty much makes to this damn thing. I mean, it's amazing what this can do. Look at this stuff. So, other than all of this being badass, okay, you guys all have to know that this is not the end of it. Look at this chipboard on here. Amazing. Well done. Okay, so with that all being said, it tells you kind of some of the specs here. I just want you guys to know that they're releasing it tomorrow and the heat is on. Fire in the hole, people. That's right. So, today is not the only day, folks. Today is a special day. Okay? You've got a good HDMI screen. You've got good everything. But let's get back to the bread and butter here. Okay, so here, the white one will be available tomorrow. Now, this says available March 4th and ships June of 26. Basically, it's going to be available to buy basically right away. They're ready. They're on the ball. The lunar cycle thing is over there in China, so they're back to work. During the lunar thing, they said, let's come up with an idea. Let's do it. So you only got 2 per order, so I would say don't screw it up, people. I know a lot of you want this thing. This thing is badass. It is true. It is badass. It does everything. Now, the white dock, I'm not sure if they're coming out with that again or not. It may just be the black available tomorrow. But still, they haven't opened up the full books. We just know that the dock is coming back. Thank God. Now, all of this stuff here is available that you're seeing. It looks like the Pocket hard case, the bread and butter box, is available. Now, here's what I'm talking about right here. This adapter set. Now, right here is the Game Gear one, which I have, the Game Gear one, but I really want the TurboGrafx 16 one. So I may have to go on eBay if they don't have them available tomorrow. So please make them available. Or give me a time and a date, because I think these are not available right now. See, it says out of stock. And right here are your other adapters for your other games. So right here, everybody, take a look. TurboGrafx 16. Oh, boy. It's blown out of the water over here. In the box. That's what you're getting. That's right. And it can play all of your stuff. Super graphics, PC Engine, everything. Okay? So this analog is yo to the man to the badass. Keep in mind, everybody, this is really what you're wanting this year. This outbeats, you know how your kids be like, I want a Switch, I want a Game Boy. Well, I'm buying you a Pocket, kid. That's right. Now, here we go. Here's something that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. I bugged the hell out of them a couple of times about the cartridge cleaners. They forwarded my information to them and got the word out and across. You can get the cartridge cleaners. You get 12 in a pack, so each one of these you get 2 and then times 12 and boom. So you'll get 12 of those for $14.99. I'll pay it. I'm fine with that. Those work really good. I'll buy a couple of those. But it's going to be a separate order from the actual pocket stuff. So, this stuff works really good. How to clean it without using fluids or chemicals. And it works for N64, Game Boy games, Super NES, Genesis, and Mega Drive. It works for all of those games. So why not buy it? You got to. That's right, because Amazon don't have this available. If it wasn't for me, as you might see up on the screen, you'll see that I have bugged them until they actually did it. So now they're doing it. And this will be available on March 4th, everybody. Yeah! Now these will ship right away. Ships in 24 to 48 hours. Well done. Ha ha ha. I'm going to be playing Alter Beast on this thing. Ooh, this is what it comes in. It comes in a little pack like this. I like it. Ooh, neat. Nice. Yeah. So, pretty cool. You know? Okay, so now that we've covered all of our bases, you'll see up on the screen that I have showing you how I bugged them for cartridge cleaners, and they're doing it. You can thank me later. Like I said, I bugged them a lot, and I gave up last month. So, your analog prototypes colored editions here are still available. The only one that's sold out is the green one. Now, I would love to have this purple-like one here, the atomic purple. But the problem is I already have a grape, and I have a lot of consoles as it is. If I buy a few more, what are they going to do for me? So I would like this blue one. It's really cool. I'm surprised that hasn't sold out. The only color I don't have is blue. And boy, that would be a fantastic blue, wouldn't it? Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. So the Ghost is the Ghost. I did contact them, and I wanted to take it further, but I didn't want to drive them insane. It's actually the blue has to settle in. When I first opened it, it looked like this. So if you go look at my video, it does kind of look like a glacier. Depending on the lighting, it kind of almost resembles the glacier. But the Ghost, this has a greenish look, and it's not. It's blue. So, it's celebration time, everybody. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in today. Here are your link cables for the different types of setups you might need, okay, for like all the stuff. The cables are always available, and your Game Gear cartridge is available now. So if you have Game Gear, get the Pocket, because I'm telling you right now, anybody with Game Gear games, the Pocket plays everything, okay? That's why the Chromatic made by Lucky Palmer, the M64 guy, well, it only plays Game Boy and Game Boy Color. That's it. Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Well, that's great and all, but what about advanced? What about anything else, you know? So this system does it all in one. Unfortunately, though, you do have to get these adapters to do all in one, but it's still like Nintendo that way, you know, just all in one. So, also, you know, you can add a tempered glass screen protector, even though it comes with Gorilla Glass. You can add a little extra layer of protection if you got a kid that you're going to give it to. However, I just don't trust kids, so you're not touching mine. So these docks, they might sell out. Okay, so I'm going to warn everybody right now. These are going up for sale on March 4th. They're taking as many orders as they can get, from what I hear. But don't quote me on that. I don't think there is a sellout limit, because they say that they're going to ship come June. So they're basically going to make a ton of these. Whatever you order, they've already got them made, but they're going to make even more if you go past that amount. And so they're guaranteeing you the ships in June. of 26. So that's really cool. Okay, so the dock is amazing. If you're buying the Analogue Pocket, you're buying the damn dock. That's just how it goes. I mean, why not have the dock? I know you're thinking, okay, well, just first off, the Analogue Pocket itself is just badass. It can play all these games and shit. You know, you stick your Game Boy Color, Game Boy games, you stick your advanced Game Boy games in there, and you stick the adapters in there to play the other games. So just buying the Pocket itself is badass. So the adapters is what we're wanting right here. That's what we're really wanting. It says ships in 24 to 48 hours. But the problem is it says out of stock. They might reopen these tomorrow. And we just don't know yet. These sell out pretty fast every time these come out. Like, nobody knows until you do your research on this thing. This is one of the baddest ass systems ever made. And just like Mad Little Pixel said, this is badass. So I would grant to tell you that right now, this is one of the best things you could buy for yourself. Okay? This is right here. So if you don't believe me, if you guys got some old Game Boy games, a lot of people traded those in and got rid of them because it's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Well, yeah, you could. And you could do it right now. You just get back to playing. So this thing's really cool. Just wanted to drop the dime. It's coming out tomorrow, folks. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Subscribe. Most awesome. Thanks, Analogue.
Zombie Apocalypse.